Hello there, it's me, Sari here again, and today I'm here to show you a little bit of what I've done with some stamps from Lavinia stamps, as well as give you a scrap haul with stamps from Lavinia stamps. So this is something that I worked on just the other week, and I used some of the Lavinia stamps that I had before and I incorporated them with other stamps. So this is a sort of a collage stamped or scene stamped scrap piece of paper, and I've done some embossing stamping here and regular stamping and you know, all sorts of things. And this is the first attempt I did, and then I had myself some fun making this one a little bit more brighter with the blue and the greenness up there together with the yellow and everything. So I must say that I do like experimenting with stamps and having myself some fun times. And these are the stamps that I had beforehand. I had some circles and some things like that, and a couple of plants like this, as well as a star cluster, and this as I got as a gift from a friend of mine. Let's see if I can show it to you properly because it doesn't have a backing. So this is a really nice fairy there with some mushrooms and stars and everything. So that was my starting point. And you know, when I get started, there rarely is a point of no return. And I mean, there really is a point of no return at some point. So I was really happy when I saw that scrapbruket, it's a Swedish scrapbooking store here in Sweden, and they finally got the stamps from Lavinia stamps into their stock, and I went ahead and ordered some stamps. I actually did place 3 orders before I was happy about it. So here is it, here it is, and I'm just going to start by some sort of a category thought here. Here are some icicles, and this is the size for it. Even though they are marked, I mean, centimeters and everything, it's always nice to see the stamps in their proper size, I believe, so you know how to put them together. And I haven't got the proper names for all of these, so I'm sorry about that. I think this one was a large path. There you can see it without the glare. And here was a bridge of some sort. Was a fairy bridge, perhaps. And here is a castle. It's a really funky looking castle, I must say. And here's a big house. And it's another big house. And here is some sort of a big hobbit's house. And I really like that round door there. So that's that. And I couldn't resist getting the moon stamp. I really like this one. Here are some small birds flying up in the sky. And here are 2 cats. One was Mooch and the other one was something else. I think this one was Mooch. Here are some clothes, fairy clothes. They are hanging there. And then we come to some fairies. I haven't got the names for these. And they have names, these fairies have, so you just have to look for them. And here are some small pixies, I believe. Here are some rabbits. There's another fairy, and there as well. I believe one of these could be Eden. And then I felt like it would be fun to actually have some fish to go with it. So this is called a shoal of fish, and I thought the bubbles could be really nice to just work with you. I mean, you could have them sideways or upright and in any sort of direction really. And then when I saw this witch, I couldn't resist myself. I mean, couldn't resist it really, and I couldn't hold myself back. I love Halloween themed stamps, so a witch is a must when it comes to these sorts of collage stamped and scene stamped images. And it's a proper sized spider web as well, so I'm thinking that I could use that one on one of the samples I'm going to make later on. And then we come to a lot of grasses and plants and everything. So here is something really nice looking, and let's see if I could just put it in here then, so I know. This is a nice one. I hope you can see all the bubbles in that tree, that plant. Here is some hanging fern or hanging grass or something similar. I'm hoping that will work. And here's a really nice looking tree. I think it was sacred tree. And you could just stamp it on the side. You could just use the branches coming from the top. So I'm really thinking that this is going to be a useful stamp. And there we have some other spacey looking bobs or baubles or something. This one I fell in love with the first time I saw it. And here's a single one of those that I had two in a different package. Love that pattern there. And then we come to something with a cherry tree. I thought this one was going to be a really big tree, but it wasn't. So unfortunately this one is a little bit bigger. And you could of course stamp it once and perhaps even twice with the same inking, as you get a sort of a front look and the shadowy look on the back. So that's a nice thing. This one could be, was a scary tree or something like that. Or Weeping Willows, I believe this one was called. And here is something else. Zen tree, I believe this one is called. And here are some zen grasses. And here's a single one. And here's a sort of a clustery thing. And I like the patterns of these. And then I had some inky bits, something this one was called. And here are something, here is something else. And also those are nice, I believe. And here is something that you could have in the sea or in the ocean if you would like to, or you could just use them as they are, as flowers. And this is something that I also like quite a lot. And then it's not that much more, so hang on. Here is something, a fuchsia, I think this one's called. Some sort of a zen rose, perhaps. And here was something, I can't remember the name now. Really nice looking. And toadstool, something like that. And here is something for the sea themed card, but I do like the pattern of that one. Here is something, and here is a thistle, some sort of thistle there. So that's it. So I'm just going to get myself started and making some new crafty projects really. Let's see what I end up with that. I'm going to sign off right now. Bye bye.